was just took 2 steps from the right side of the road, straight across in front of me. It was huge. It was, the body mass of it was, like, I'm a big guy, and this thing just, it was massive. It was so thick from its chest to its back. Its head looked like it had been, shrunk down into its body, like it was, like, no neck. And it walked funny as well. It just had a funny walk about it when it walked across the road.
What time of day was that?
This was dusk. It would have been around, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock.
How far ahead on the road was this thing from you?
About 30 metres, mate, not that far at all, 20, 30 metres. I had a good look at it. Went from right to left. I was heading down the mountain, and it just came out of the scrub and went down the left-hand side, deeper into the valley again. Like I said, I got a good look at this thing. I was sitting up in the truck. I was coming down the hill, and its head was level with where I was sitting. It was friggin' massive. It towered over me, mate. I'd say probably anywhere from 8 to 10. That big, it was huge. It was big. It was the body mass that got me, the size of the body, how thick the body was.
Did you see any hair on this thing?
Reddish brown tinge to it. It definitely had hair all over it. I didn't see a face or anything like that. It just casually walked across the road, like it didn't run, nothing like that. It just took a couple of strides across the road. Was
the hair kind of smooth like a bear or something else?
To me, it looked like matted, like it was really shaggy.
You could see arms and legs?
Yeah, absolutely, yep.
Were the arms short, medium, same length as a human, longer?
No, they were long, but the way it walked, I can't describe it. It just had a funny walk about it. The way it took its steps, it looked awkward. It almost, I can't describe it. It looked like, I don't know. It just had a funny walk about it.
Was it sort of odd in the way that, say, an orangutan walks? Do you know what I mean? That sort of side-to-side thing, or was it something else happening?
It looked like it was floating, to tell you the truth. It just, from what I saw, I was in a bit of shock when I saw it. I don't know, can't describe the walk. It was just very smooth, you know what I mean? Like he just glided across the road like it was nothing.
Did you have your lights on at the time, given it was dusk?
No, this is daylight. This is only in the afternoon. This is on dusk.
Have you ever heard sort of any talk about this sort of stuff in the neighbourhood?
The funny thing, yes, I have. I used to tip a lot of my old produce that I didn't want down in the Numbinbar Valley. There's a tip there. I used to do that early in the morning. And these 2 old ladies came out the bush and they said to me, "Oh, don't do that. Big Red will get into that." And I was thinking, Big Red, and I asked them, I'm like, Big Red, what, like a red kangaroo around here? And they're like, no. And I was confused. I said, what do you mean by Big Red? What's Big Red? And they said, you're not from around here. And I said, not from this area, but I'm up in Beechmont. And they said, oh yeah, you've got them as well. And I'm like, got what? They basically said, Yowie. And they said, yeah, he's a local here apparently. He's always down at the tip and they see him every now and then. That's what I've heard from the locals down there. To describe what I really saw, it was almost like a big barrel of a body. The legs didn't match the size of the body. I mean, they were, I guess you could say, proportionate. They were long, but they weren't. It looked like the knee was really low, if you could imagine that. That's what it looked like. That's what I was trying to get across when I said it walked funny. But it was just the mass of the body, like the thickness from its back to its chest was enormous. It was humongous. Like, I know what a big person looks like, and there was no way in hell that was a guy in a ghillie suit. No friggin' way. And I don't know any people that can take two steps across a road.